Alrighty guys, we're back for Mono Red Land Destruction, and this is an Edge of Eternities standard brew, and I'm Redcat. Let's briefly go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, we played this together over on the Twitch channel. Nice. We got all four Extinguisher Battleships here on the top end. It's an 8 mana artifact spacecraft with station, of course. So when it has 5+ charge counters, it's a flying trample 10/10, which is kind of no joke. Now when it enters, destroy target non-creature permanent. Okay. Then this spacecraft deals 4 damage to each creature, so also acting as our board wipe here on the top end. So non-creature permanent means you can totally hit lands with this battleship, which we totally pull off today, and it was some neat stuff. So we also have 4 Sandworms. It's a 5 mana 5/4 with haste, and when it enters, destroy target land. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. We also have 4 Magmatic Hellkites, 4 mana 4/5 with flying. When it enters, destroy target non-basic land an opponent controls. Its controller searches their library for a basic land card, puts it onto the battlefield tapped with a stun counter on it, then shuffles. Eventually, the opponent will run out of basic lands, right, guys? Now, we do have a 1-of Tannuk Steadfast second to maybe warp in that top end. Warping in a battleship is no joke because the 4 damage to each creature doesn't actually affect the Tannuk at 5 total toughness here. So we have a whole bunch of ways to ramp into this top end, like Redcap Thief, a 3 mana 2/3. When it enters, you create a treasure token, and it's a similar concept to Charming Scoundrel here too. Most of the time, you're going to be selecting treasure token for this deck list, but the discard a card, draw a card could come in handy, and of course the Wicked Roll could come in handy as well. Now we also have all 4 chainsaws as well as a couple Legion Extruders. We're opting for this artifact removal because a lot of the deck list is actually based around copying either artifacts or our creatures. So like Molten Duplication, for example, making the cut as a 2-of, it definitely did the thing today. And then we have 4 Devastating Onslaughts. Double X and a red sorcery speed. You create X tokens that are copies of target artifact or creature you control. Those tokens gain haste until end of turn. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. So of course the goal here is to Devastating Onslaught as many of our top end cards that are hitting the opponent's lands as possible. Even just copying a landworm, a sandworm. Even copying this could be pretty good because it's still a 5/4, or for that matter, copying Hellkite is a 4/5 with flying. Realistically, though, the best thing to copy is Extinguisher Battleship. Are we going to see it today? I don't know. No spoilers, guys. We also have a couple Seize the Spoils, more ways to ramp and also help trade out our hands to maybe try to find our combo pieces. Over in the mana base, 25 total mana, we got a couple Fountainports and a Memorial World making the cut in this one too. Honestly, probably not necessary. You could go up that 23rd mountain pretty successfully, or find some other utility lands that you really like. Do have some honorable mentions over here. After playing the games, we had a whole bunch of ideas, and one of them was a Duretti. This was a fantastic suggestion, and I think we might visit Duretti at some point in Mono Red Reanimator. That could be really, really cool. And if we go that route, there's a lot of other things we could consider for the deck list as far as artifacts go. So some other honorable mentions, guys. Hit the Motherlode could have been a cool 1-of on the top end. A Dauntless Scrapbot and other cards that create landers could be pretty good because that extra ramp out of the deck list could really help this. And actually, we considered 26 total mana after playing these games too, so that really says something. Also, Collector's Vault could have been excellent in here, and Slagstorm could have been pretty cool too, but really just relying on that top end board wipe, and that's tricky sometimes because getting 8 mana can be rough. Okay, for this edited video, we're going to go ahead and skip the final thoughts again. And for all future Twitch stream edits, I'll probably end up skipping the final thoughts, but we'll see. We'll see if people miss the final thoughts. I feel like you guys don't really miss the final thoughts. Let me know down in the comments just in case. Either way, let's get into the matches. All right, opponent, what you bringing to the table, buddy? Bring some land to the table. If you don't bring land, then what's the point of this deck list? Pretty slow start here, but I don't know what else to expect, so we keep it? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we already have ramp on 3, maybe a chump there. It wouldn't be terrible to see some of our early removal, but we only got 6 pieces. 6 early artifacts that can hit early creatures. Going first is pretty huge too. Art says that's a keeper. Yeah, I think I agree. Devastating Onslaught. Okay. Regal Bunnycorn. Oh no. Oh no, my little Bunnycorn. Why? Oh, jeez, we should play it. We should play it. Funny enough, I don't think this is the first time that we've seen a chainsaw to the Bunnycorn. Alright, we do have Devastating Onslaught X's 1 to copy the chainsaw in case of emergency. Okay, a Guide Wing. Chainsaw the bunny. No, it's horrible. Why do we have to draw that? Alright, we definitely want land off the top here. Charming Scoundrel also works. Can't block in the air. Yeah, we don't really want to send anything to the grave. I think we just ramp with the Redcap Thief, I guess. Maybe we'll run right into the Hellkite then. Hey, Midnight, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah. We're safe. We're totally safe. I'm very happy that we went first here. Oh, ramping into Hellkite will just be a blocker because the opponent's only playing planes. Seam Rip will pick up the chainsaw? Okay. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't hit the Redcap Thief. Another Bunnycorn! Run! Hey, I like seeing the land. Alright. Yeah, no target for Hellkite. It should probably still come down as a really good blocker. I mean, with a land destruction deck list, we really are the bad guys today, aren't we? I think we bluff swing. I think the opponent doesn't fall for it. I don't think we squeeze 2 through here. I'm sorry, opponent. I'm thinking, buddy. Yeah, if they're not going to play non-basics anyways, we should probably just get the Hellkite down. Although ramp on the Scoundrel could be good too. Alright, let's see what they got. With Seam Rip and Bunnycorn, we can imagine that this is the style of deck list that has Sheltered by Ghost, which is actually pretty scary. Still 3 mana away from the Battleship too, guys, so... very, very far from actually getting this onto the table. Hop to it. Oh, buddy, that's a big old chunky Bunnycorn. Yeah, honestly, taking the chainsaw with the Seam Rip was really good for the opponent. Because we couldn't Devastating Onslaught the Bunnycorn when it was just a 3-3. Seam Rip takes the treasure token. Oh. There goes some of our ramp. I'm scared, guys. I think we take the chump while we have the chump. There could be a better chump in the future, but... yeah, we don't even have the double block into the Bunnycorn because of the Seam Rip. Alright, more mana is excellent. It's too bad they took our treasure, because with this Scoundrel, we'd be even closer to the Battleship. We might Devastating Onslaught next turn. X is 2 on the Scoundrel. That could be good, but I fear that we're going to have to... X is 1 on the Scoundrel just isn't as good. We'll have 5, we'll have 7. But if we do it now, we would have a chump with the Scoundrel. I'm going to try to just not chump next turn, and we're really hoping they don't have Seam Rip number 3. Quest Caller boosts the board state. Oh no. They got 17 damage on the board, guys. I guess it could be worse. It could be a second Quest Caller. They just swing with the bunny corn. I'm going to take the 9 because the Hellkite is holding back the other swings for sure. I can't be mad at bunny rabbits. Hey, Molten Duplication isn't bad, but it's too bad we didn't have something fancy with this Hellkite, right? For real. Because they're only playing planes. That's going to happen, though, sometimes. The Molten Duplication is good. We're just going to go X's 2 on the Scoundrel. Oh, yeah, that's right. We don't want to forget, too, that we sacrifice these at the beginning of the end step. We won't be able to chump with them. But the extra ramp gets us to the battleship. Best play of the game right here, guys. Seam Rip picking up that chainsaw. Because we probably could have really done something by duplicating this chainsaw as the game went on. All right. So we got to sacrifice the Scoundrels at the end anyways. So I guess we swing. I'll just swing with one. It doesn't really matter. We might even squeeze this through. You never know. We do have 3 treasure tokens, so the opponent doesn't know. Yeah. We probably should have swung with the other one too, right? All right. We are forced into chumps this turn no matter what. So it's just a power move at that point. Told you they don't block. I should have listened to you earlier, Art. Oh, man. All right, here comes 8 damage. Get the good game ready. I do think we can die here. They can flash in. No, never mind, never mind. Ow, my face. Holy cow. Holy cow. All right. We're even going to have a leftover treasure token after this. Do we swing? Doesn't look like they have haste over there. Or do we start powering up this battleship instead? So I wouldn't mind popping the Seam Rip, but I think I am going to start popping their lands. It's happening. It really is. I don't think they're going to have haste. I'm going to go for powering up the battleship over a swing. I think we're okay to do that. Yeah, then we'll see. See what they pull off here. 4th mana. They pass it back. Holy cow. Oh, Charming Scoundrel's really good. I think I'm gonna... I guess a treasure token get us one step closer to the other battleship, right? This is crazy, man. What a first game. All right. I suppose Molten Duplication on the Hellkite gives us 18 damage on the board. I missed lethal. Wicked roll onto the Hellkite. I missed lethal damage, guys. Oh well. That's fine. Actually, there's a couple ways that I missed lethal this turn. I also could have made Fishy to power up the battleship and swung with Scoundrel on the ground, right? Yeah. Oops. I hope it doesn't matter. Yeah. Now this doesn't have haste, does it? No, it does. It does gain haste. So I guess technically could have... I missed lethal like 10 times this turn, guys. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I could have powered up a Fishy, tapped Hellkite and Fishy, and powered up this battleship because it does have haste that from the Molten Duplication. So we had 20 damage there too. What? What? Okay, I have to watch out for that in the future for sure. Holy cow. Here comes the chump blockers, but this is trample flying. We only got to pop 2 of their land. I was so focused on popping land that I missed lethal 10 times in the last turn. That's hilarious. Okay, yeah, this is good. Just need our top end. Yeah, the opponent taking the chainsaw in that first game. Really good. Oh. First game, chainsaw bunny. Second game, chainsaw lizard. Take that, Bloomburrow. Take that. Oh, hey, we found our top end. I was so focused on the chainsaw. Nice, good draw. Wow. Okay. Good old Pyromancer. Underplayed red card, in my opinion. Especially in burn. Yeah, Redcap Thief is a decent blocker. And then we have so many of them to play as we ramp into this top-end battleship. Nemesis is a problem for sure. Oh dear. Molten Duplication. I hope 25 mana is enough, guys. Using our treasures. Crap. I think the battleship is the one that needs to pop the Nemesis, but also chainsaw to the Nemesis for this turn could have been okay. But then this one Nemesis has dealt 6 damage to us at that point. Also, they could have hit the Redcap Thief. Yeah, this is going to be tough for sure. Yeah, Tsuki, I think maybe chainsaw to the Nemesis so it doesn't just do continuous damage to us this whole game. But also, if by some miracle we can get to the battleship in time. Oh no, missing mana's bad. Missing mana's very bad. So yeah, if we Molten Duplicate chainsaw to pop the Nemesis, we go down to 7. Yeah, getting to battleship probably isn't going to happen. We have X's 2 with an Onslaught. We could copy chainsaw twice. Could pop the Hired Claw and the Nemesis. Maybe they don't hit face. Also, using our treasures might not be that great. One, 2. That's right, we could find a land off the Charming. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, maybe we don't have to waste a treasure then. Keep the other copies. Hey, we find a chainsaw. I guess we don't have to waste the Molten Duplicate then. It's not terrible. They definitely want to hit face though, because they're going the burn route for sure. Both of the chainsaws. Get the counter. Yeah, they want to bring us down. No, they do hit a Redcap Thief, guys. Kind of afraid of their hand then, for real. No blocks for sure. And we only got 4 total mana with our treasure ramp, so yeah, 25 mana. Ooh, Tersa Light Shatter. Yeah, hitting the Redcap Thief would make some sense maybe if another Nemesis. I think usually, well, I guess it depends on their hand. If it's just a bunch of creatures, like look, they just discarded a diver. Yeah, maybe a bunch of creatures. Well, I'll take that double block for sure. Yeah. We definitely take that. Nice. These chainsaws could be pretty good. We do find mana so that we do have Devastating Onslaught for 2. We could copy Chainsaw, pop both of their creatures, keep the Scoundrel back. Molten Duplicate can still pop the most dangerous creature, which of course is the Hired Claw. We can just keep the Scoundrel to block Pyromancer. And we can keep Fountainport open too then. Fountainport for 4 generates the treasure, which we don't have. Yeah. Let's save the Devastate. Let's just go Chainsaw. Pop the Hired Claw. And at that point too, I guess we could equip the Scoundrel. No, it's 3 to equip. Never mind. I know the cards, guys. I swear. I swear. I've read them once before. Yeah, we don't want to use that treasure by any means. Yeah, based on how many creatures they had, I guess it does make sense to clean up some of our chump blockers to try to get the haste through. Still, though, if we were at 7, I'd be sweating way more. Uh-oh, I'm scared of that. Although we don't got to worry about Monstrous Rage anymore. Alright, good trade, I guess, but no creature. Would be bad. Devastating Onslaught to the Scoundrels could have been good. Hey, a Sandworm. Sure, why not? Yeah. Let's do it. Pop the Rock-Faced Village for sure. Yeah, this deck will struggle to beat multiple Nemesis. Yep, absolutely. Because it just... all the removal deals damage, except for top-end Battleship. But then if you play Battleship and you don't pop the Nemesis with the... No, we can't pop Nemesis with Battleship, guys. Yeah, it's non-creature permanent. So... Nemesis is just truly the nemesis of this deck list. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with the Battleship, just thinking it hits permanents, you know? I'm gonna go for the swing, because we could put him on a clock next turn with this chainsaw that has 6 counters on it. And I don't want to block, like you said, second Nemesis or something. We don't want to block with a 5/4. Then we'd really be in danger. Yeah, unfortunately, not seeing too much mana this game kind of puts us behind a little bit. Yeah, they'll have a good chump with that Pyromancer. Felonious Rage, guys. We're in danger. Maybe I shouldn't have swung. Devastating Onslaught for 2. Devastating Onslaught for 1. Popping the Pyromancer's good. Wait. Guys, lethal on the board. With the Sandworm. Wow. I'm struggling to see these today. Pop some land. Yeah, we got 15 on the board with the Sandworm copy. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm struggling to see the plays today. You know what we should have done? I should have went through every single card before the start of stream and read it all through. I've been sitting on some of these deck lists for too long. I'm just forgetting way too much about it. Yeah, the deck list is performing. Hopefully I can perform a little better too for you guys. Wow. Ancient Adamantoise. Oh, nice, lethal. Nice. This is so evil, it's the bestest. But it's so evil, I can't even play it properly. Alright, nothing open here. I'm just going to get the Fountainport down. Yeah, I'm struggling with this one, but I guess I'm still booting up Magic. Booting up on my Magic drives. Yeah, we got 2 open. Maybe... Okay, it's going to be Fear of Missing Out, guys. Alright. The scary deck list for sure. If it's the, well, no. There's multiple deck lists that this could still be. It could be Naya Reanimator, or it could be Gruul Delirium. Either way, though, we probably want to pop the Fear of Missing Out immediately. Especially with Extruder, if we are up against Delirium, then Extruder does deal with the Wildfire until it gets the actual Delirium that it needs. With Bushwhack being sorcery, we can imagine it's Delirium. Breakout. It's Delirium. Let's see if they do find that Wildfire. They find an Inti, which is pretty good. We can pop that with the Extruder as well. Mana off the top would be huge for us. So, oh, got a counter. Molten Duplicate on the Chainsaw still pops the Inti. That's probably worth it. Could also Devastating Onslaught for X's 1, but that grows as the game goes on. Guys, am I crazy, or do we kind of want 26 mana in here? How do you guys feel about that? 25 hasn't really felt like enough in some of these. And then, you know, our treasure ramp doesn't keep at the treasure ramp. Oh dear. What my brain was trying to say there was my treasure ramp doesn't keep ramp on the board. The treasures are gone after one-time use. We definitely want to take out creatures while we can. Gotta go to bed, Mochi. Okie dokies. Hey, thanks for stopping by and hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a good night's sleep. Wildfire, number 2. We're in danger. Hey, there we go. All right. Yeah, Tannuk is probably the best play as long as they don't remove it. However, Magmatic Hellkite could be pretty good too. It's a really good blocker. But if Tannuk survives, leading right into the Battleship is best case scenario for sure. Yeah, let's have Tannuk survive, and then also we have to survive the turn too, because if we end up trying to block the Wildfire, then we know that this style of decklist has Torch the Tower in there for sure, and then also some of them have combat tricks too. If we don't accept the block, we could die to a combat trick. They spend life to get Stomping Ground untapped, which is nothing short of scary here. What do they have for 5 mana? Oh no. There's no way. We gotta block. We have to. Yeah. I was thinking, like, how much do we want to risk here, but there's no way. All right, overprotect and overprotect and it was time to lose, guys. Okay, right. So good game, opponent. A little bit more mana early on there. I think we could have had a real chance, which is crazy. Let's go a couple more games, guys. Then we'll switch over to the Rakdos Pain. This was a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun with this deck list. I think we could probably look into more successful ramp. We could look to see if there's any landers that mono red could utilize. But yeah, 26 mana probably wouldn't hurt this deck list, especially if you end up flooding. We do have ways to send and trade out between Seize the Spoils and the Scoundrel. Yeah, this is probably a pretty good hand. Something noteworthy just for this deck list as a whole is how powerful it's been to have these extruders and chainsaws being able to be duplicated, right? It's been incredibly powerful. Go with, if that's a Spell Pierce, I would cry myself to sleep, but I don't see much Spell Pierce. Yeah, let's go with Seize the Spoils here. Now I'm going to get rid of the Redcap Thief, actually. I'm going to keep the double extruders because Dimir aggro has a whole bunch of targets for the extruders. Okie dokies. We don't want to give them a free treasure token. Riverchurn Monument. Oh no, my Tannuk. Why? Why, opponent? Alright. So Riverchurn Monument tells us that I was probably wrong. It's not Dimir aggro. Alright. Have your treasure token, opponent. There you go, buddy. There you go. I want to get my swing through. We can start turning our treasures into 3/3s, but I want to get to the Extinguisher as soon as possible. So I'm just going to dump the extruders onto the board since we're up against mill. Get as much damage through as possible this turn. Yeah, that's probably opponent being sus for real. This is a board wipe style deck list for sure, and they got the new top end board wipe too for 6 mana. I don't think it hits artifacts though, so we're probably safe in that regard. Riverchurn. Yeah, we're at 6 mana right now. Might need to focus on ramp next turn with the Scoundrel. 5th mana off the top, Devastating Onslaught for 2. Another Riverchurn, guys. It's getting scary now. They go for the mill, come on. Don't miss. Ah, there was mana on top. Ah! Hey! Alright, 7 total. Devastating Onslaught for 2 lets us keep the treasures. Actually, more damage with X's 3. We just go all treasures on the Scoundrels. The same concept here, right? Also, X's 3 on Extruders more damage for the turn, but we don't get the ramp, so we should just do it this way. We'll get 4 through. Treasure, treasure, treasure. And we still got the 8 for the Battleship. Worth it. Worth it, guys. Let's do it. Yeah, the double Riverchurn Monument's terrifying. It doesn't take much more. They got their 6th mana. Start with the mill for 2. Probably another 2 here too. It's a Scoundrel deck for sure. The main build around right here, Charming Scoundrel. I agree, Jam. I agree. Oh, they go for the exhaust as they try to win next turn. Gives us 28 cards remaining in the deck list. With the other Riverchurn's exhaust, we're in danger. Big time danger. Maybe we actually have to use Battleship to pop the other monument. Might be able to win, go for the win. They dropped the oops. I don't know if that was for them thinking that there was going to be more in our grave, or if they're just doing the oops for fun. Before the Battleship, we start with the swing. That's what I've learned today. The Battleship actually pops our own cards. Now, it'd be nice to pop a land, but I'm pretty sure we have to pop the one that still has the exhaust. And that's okay, because it keeps us around a little bit longer. We might need to Extruder, grab a 3/3. Powering up the Battleship, still not enough. We can Molten Duplicate Extruder. 2 damage to the opponent's face. Pop the duplicated extruder to the other extruder. That's a 3/3, not enough to power up the Battleship, but a second 3/3 would be. So mana off the top, 6 total mana would get us there, right? But they could also have counter spells and stuff. Mana off the top, right on time. I mean, it's gotta be a counter spell or something. Something's gonna keep the opponent alive here, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try the victory this turn. Okay. Right. It's definitely something. It'll be something for the 3/3 if not a counter. Since the counter didn't land on the duplication. Or it'll be removal for the battleship. But yeah, it's not going to stop me from trying. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. They have so much mana open. It's a 10/10. Go, 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 battleship, go. No. That's definitely the biggest sheriff in town. Oh, man. Hey, we still got a couple 3/3s on the board, though. Oh, man, that was that could have been a really good turn, but they had so much open, you know, so 3 steps ahead on the monument. That's game. Yep. Hey, good game, opponent. Wow. That was a close one, guys. That was good. Yep, River Churn Monument being a decent mill card. Ooh. Alright. This could be the last game of the evening for this deck list. We have early removal, but just not enough land. We should try it. I think it's okay. We got 25 mana in here, guys. I think we can get there. Whoa, look at the land. Ooh, so pretty. Ooh, or not land. Wow, card sleeves. Which is, the card sleeve is a land, I guess. Hey, there we go. Third mountain off the top is glorious. Alright, chainsaw not hitting anything. That's rare. That probably means we're up against some control, right? Consult the star charts. Nah, definitely not control. Definitely not. Right? Right, guys? We're fine. They're not going to pass it back. Oh! They're not going to pass it back. Alright, we have nothing to do on turn 3, though. So as nice as it would have been to actually establish something, I guess drawing something good here would be great. Well, I guess getting tapped land down works, too. Opponent, can you be nice to my turn 4? Can you be nice? Can you tap out again? Another stock up looks tempting. Aww. Aw, man. Alright. Hellkite number 1. Yeah, this did not line up very well, did it? There's no way we just pass it back, though, because they just do something else out of hand. Like, they would have kicked the Consult the Star Charts. Yeah, we got to get these counter spells out of their hand for sure. You defeated all of Bloomborough. That's true. All of Bloomborough with a chainsaw and a battleship. Only in Magic the Gathering. Hey, more mana's nice to see. I like that. Alright. Hellkite number 2. Can you make it? You do! You're alive! So they power up the Verges over there. So the Godless Shrine... No, Verges are... Nope. Yeah, Island. Island's already powering up the Verge. But double white on the board, it should be Godless Shrine. Then they grab another Plains, I guess. But it is tapped. The stun counter off of Hellkite's actually crazy business. Alright. Might as well start to station. Yeah, that stock up looking nice. Yeah, I think they should play one right now, actually. And a consult. No, strategic betrayal. Redcap's pretty good. It's not even I was gonna say it's not even a great counter spell for the opponent too, so that's good. All right, one step closer to Memorial World here. With oh, they find a long goodbye. I was gonna say with Redcap, it's a great target for the Devastating Onslaught, but it didn't survive. Uh-oh. Guys, what's up with all the mill? Send help? Oh no. Oh no. I guess we really needed that Redcap to survive, right? Oh, they got rid of most of our deck list. Devastating Onslaught the treasure, huh? Huh, guys? That works, right? Right? Totally. Aha! Chainsaw! Okay. Alright, let's pass it back. I think we might be dead, guys. Because 8th mana from the opponent. No. They don't need 8 mana for the monument. It's 2 mana and then 4. They don't have the monument. Wow. Battleship could come down. They got so much mana though. 3 open. Only 1 counter spell out of the opponent's deck list so far. Opponent being sus again? For real? Yeah, there's no way we don't try this, right? We have nothing else to do, and the longer we give them, the worse it gets for us. So... Woo! Which one? Which one do we pop? It's a permanent pop here, too. One of the planes. I guess they grab another one with the Fable Passage, but it should be one of the planes, I think. Art, you agree? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Fable Passage grabs another one, but still. Yeah, because we have Devastating Onslaught. Could be the best match of the evening, guys. If they miss the mill that they need, they grab an island. That means they'll only have 1 white source on the board, which is probably good news for us. We don't know what's in their deck list, though. Oh, Flood Farm. Okay. Wow, more mana is terrific. We have 7 extra. We have X's 3 on the Onslaught. We're going for it. I'm not playing around a counterspell either. We're just going for it. 1 more mana, we'd be able to play around specific counterspells. 2, 3. Yeah, with another Onslaught in hand. Woohoo! Dude, all their white sources, and then we'll start taking the Gloomlake Verge. I can't believe these are landing right now. Holy cow. Alright, we saved the other Devastating Onslaught for next turn. Too bad we can't swing. Evil. They still got 5 lands. They still got 6 lands. Oh, man. All right. X is 4. Devastating Onslaught onto the battleship. Yes. Take that, opponent. Oh, man. I guess a normal island's better to hit than the actual capital, because there's a chance that they have cards that could bring stuff back from the grave. We don't want them to have that adventure. Alright, the opponent's down to 2 blue sources. They pass it back. Devastating Onslaught. Oh my goodness, guys. Right. The last of their mana. I don't even know. Like, we don't have a win condition on the board because we have no creatures. The opponent has no land. They pass it back. We see land. Opponent, do you want a mountain? I'll pass you a mountain, buddy. Oh no, guys. Oh no, we need a win condition. Hey, there we go. All right. There we go. You know what? I will thin the deck list. Thank you. Thank you, Sandworm. All right. All right, 1 turn clock, opponent. Keep that. I guess we could equip Chainsaw, but it doesn't have any counters. I guess we'll equip. Yeah, the opponent has no land, so we just don't have to play around anything. GG opponent. Best game of the evening. We definitely end there, for sure. And the good news is, I think I actually knew how to play the deck list there, finally. By the end, I got enough practice. They brought Esper Control to the table, and somehow we were the evil ones. All right? I can't believe it. I can't believe it, guys.